what's up everyone? My name is Nigel, and today I wanted to show you guys the camera that I took with me on my recent trip to Italy, Spain, and Northeast Brazil. So the camera that I decided to take with me was this Canon Eos-M. One, because it's very small. Two, because it's really cheap. You can get these for around $300 or so. And three, because it actually has an APS-C size sensor similar to the one found at the T4i, so it was going to be better in low light than, say, a Micro Four Thirds sensor. And four, because it actually has a mic input, unlike some other small form factor cameras that I've seen. So as you can see, it is rigged out a little bit with a few components. So what I wanted to do today was show you guys the components that I use to make this little Canon Eos-M a lot easier to shoot video with, and you'll realize that most of the components that I'm using are actually pretty inexpensive. So before we start talking about the camera rig, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things that I did to the internals of the camera that made it easier to shoot with. First thing, obviously, if you're a Canon shooter, install Magic Lantern. You're going to want Magic Lantern on your camera no matter what. I would not suggest shooting video without it. Having this hack on your camera is going to unlock things like focus peaking, higher bit rates, audio levels, and even 14-bit raw video if you want to mess with that. Another thing that I did was install the Technicolor CineStyle, which is a free picture profile that you can download onto your Canon camera, and it gives you a much flatter look so that you can do a little bit more color grading in the post process. So those are the two software changes that I did to my Eos-M, and what's nice about both of those is that they're completely free. So if you're shooting with an Eos-M, I definitely suggest the Magic Lantern hack and the Technicolor CineStyle. So the camera itself is pretty small. In fact, it's about the size of an iPhone. I have relatively large hands, and so I needed something that was a little bit better to grip than this tiny little piece of rubber right here. So I looked online and I found this Arca Swiss metal handle that's made specifically for the Eos-M, and it only cost me about 15 bucks. I knew that I wanted to put an LCD VF on it, but there wasn't really any options out there except for one that actually gives you this metal plate that you have to install on the camera's tripod mount. So I figured out a way to do it. I took the screw out of the actual frame and I just placed it on the camera, and then I put the Arca Swiss handle on top of that and then just screw it all together so it's all one piece. Alright, so now I have an Arca Swiss handle on this that gives it a lot better grip, and I have a frame for my LCD viewfinder. Now real quick, let's talk about lenses. So the lens that I used the most was this Canon EF-M 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens. Now you might be thinking to yourself, kit lenses suck, don't they? But actually, this kit lens is pretty robust, and Canon did a great job making it sharp and have a great image stabilizer. So in most situations, you could easily shoot stuff like B-roll or photos with a setup like this. Your kit lens, a nice grip, and of course you got the Magic Lantern hack. You could also even put the LCD viewfinder on the back so you have another point of contact. But with such a small camera, I like to have a few more places to grip. So I'm going to show you another component that I use that I think works really well. I always like to put a cold shoe extension bracket onto my hot shoe, so it gives me a little bit more options for mounting my accessories. Now with this cold shoe extension, I have a lot more room to mount as many accessories as I can fit. And I'm kind of a sucker for top handles, so I found this one on eBay for about 20 bucks. Now I have a nice top handle for my rig, and it gives me just a little bit more flexibility if I want to get low angle shots, or if I just am walking around and I don't want to hold it like this all the time. It's really great, feels great, and obviously it looks pretty cool too. So the last thing we have to talk about is audio. Since I wanted to keep my rig small, I went with the Takstar SGC 698. This mic was great because it has a plus 20 dB gain setting, which is great for the horrible preamps inside the Canon Eos-M, and it comes with a fur windscreen, which I really appreciated since I'm going to be doing most of my filming outside. Then all I'll do is attach my mic onto the right hand side of my cold shoe extension bracket and plug it into the mic port. I like to wrap it around the handle a couple of times just so that it keeps the cord out of the way. And voila, you have a much more usable camera rig now that you can actually get good audio with, get good focus with, and you'll have a pretty steady image with the image stabilizer on the 18 to 55mm kit lens. So yeah, that's my camera rig. Obviously there's other lens options that you can have. I do have a 35mm f1.6 that you can get on eBay for around $72. And this is a C-mount lens that some guys have adapted to the EOS-M mount. This one's really good. I use it a lot, especially with the focus peaking from Magic Lantern. You can do really good manual focus with this. But yeah, that's my camera rig, and I really enjoy using this setup, especially how it's all rigged out right now. It works really well for me, and I definitely think this is a great option for any of you low-budget filmmakers out there, because everything you see here will come in under $500, which is a really attractive price. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.